Your dreams become a reality when you see this 2019 Ford Expedition Special Texas Edition. Did every single kid have this dream to have large, big vehicle and this long rope to drag it around? From the very beginning, you know, it's a very capable truck. Oops, did I say truck? See, this is a fourth generation that's been proudly built in America. To be more specific, in Louisville, Kentucky, where most of the F-150s are being manufactured every single second. Now it's a unibody construction. It's got a lot of new things, like 10-speed transmission and massive power out of the 3.5 V6 EcoBoost. Although I have to warn you, we won't take you on board unless you hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell, hit the subscribe button, and we can go. It all starts from XLT base model, which carries a hefty price tag, over 52 grand. Since the new Expedition was presented last year, we'd like to focus on this very new special edition package. So what we have here: ruby red outside, stone interior inside, 4x2 limited special Texas edition. Well, in simple words, it's massive. Okay, just open the armrest and look how big things can be. Will my 15-inch MacBook fit here? I forgot the MacBook. But let's look around to talk more about what's inside. Yes, it's built on F-150 platform, and yeah, it looks quite similar inside. So similar plastic, similar dash, similar vents, everything looks quite similar to F-150. What's different? The features that you get. I'm specifically talking about new Ford Pass that you can find from 2019 on most of the models. So besides having 110 outlet, bunch of USBs, bunch of 12 volts, you can now use your car as a Wi-Fi hotspot. And for those summer days when you're gonna go camping or do some other activities, you can have your vehicle to share Wi-Fi for about 50 feet around you. Most of us will say, yeah, you know what, it's quite expensive to pay for another Wi-Fi in your vehicle, so basically for another SIM card. Think about this. You bought Ford Expedition, so you are planning to go to the Expedition one day, and in some of the places you will see the situation where your carrier through the entire family will have zero reception, and you can say, hey, I'll be a superhero, our carrier doesn't work in this area, and I can go through the menu, hit two buttons, basically go Wi-Fi and hotspot, turn it on, booyah, everybody else can connect, get the reception, get the text messages, browse the internet. Everyone got saved. Isn't it what superheroes do? And like I said, bunch of USB ports, 12-volt plugs, you have wireless charger, you have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you can even control the music using the buttons on the middle console behind me. So basically it's heavily focused on the family and everybody's needs. I have to sum up. Works like charm and no lack of connectivity here. Speaking of safety and connectivity, Ford Pass allows you not only to share the Wi-Fi, you can also get the information about your vehicle. You can unlock and lock the doors, you can get the location, you can even see how much gas you have in your gas tank. From the safety department, you've got it all. Adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitors, emergency brakes with pedestrian detection. You have a lot of technology that allows you to enjoy the car and have some sort of a second pair of eyes that's gonna be watching you or your drivers. And when most of the people will say blind spots, emergency brake, adaptive cruise, it doesn't sound like something new, but when you go into the details, you will see features like extended blind spot monitor. So when you tow in a large motorhome, you get not only blind spots of this Expedition. The blind spot monitors can see the trailer and they can tell you if somebody approaching from the trailer blind spot. And when you're considering the size of this Expedition, sometimes it can be a challenge to park such a huge vehicle. Let's turn to some smaller street, find some tight spot, and see how the automatic parking assist can do their job for you. This is too tight. 1 foot here, but I want to make it challenging. This sounds like perfect. Hold on. Let's see. Let's find the parallel spot, turn the signal, space found. Now you hit the reverse. You slowly let the vehicle slide back, and it does the job for you. So you can really chill and enjoy the technology here. It's a tight spot. Now you hit the drive, it twists the steering wheel for you, and we're done. So it's not only about safety, it's also about convenience, because sometimes, like I said, it's quite challenging to park such a huge vehicle. What you won't see in any other vehicle in the same price range or anywhere else is inflatable seat belts, simply because it's Ford's new technology. So on the second row, you have left and right seat belt that looks a bit different than my seat belt. It's a little bit bigger, and it's basically got an airbag built into the seat belt. It really helps to motivate your passengers on the back to wear a seat belt. So in the event of crash, those inflatable seat belts not only safety technology that can help you to reduce injuries, but also they feel more comfortable than traditional ones when you're wearing them. So this way Ford tries to encourage everybody to wear a seat belt, even though if you're sitting on the second or third row seats. This is a great way to keep your passengers safe, especially the young ones. Yeah, when it comes to turning radius, you realize, man, it's massive. You need a little bit more than just 2 lines to make a U-turn. Comfort and space, that's what you mostly see here. 3-zone climate control, lots of safety and features, technology built into this vehicle, and tons of storage. You have a pocket here, you have a huge armrest, you have a pocket here, you have a pocket there. It's just massive when it comes to comfort, technology, and space itself. This giant panoramic sunroof creates a feeling that you got even more room. Wow, that's truly a lot, almost 105 cubic feet of cargo space. But considering the fact it's big, it's massive, you have to think about the engine as well. What I don't get, you have 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost engine that gives you so much power, and when you shift to drive, it doesn't really move anywhere. So you have to apply a throttle in order to start moving. While most of the cars, when you shift to drive and release the brakes, it gets going right away. It brings me to the fact that this is really heavy body with about 20 pounds of boost in order to produce this power. To be more specific, we're talking about 470 pound-feet of torque, or 480 pound-feet of torque if you go with platinum trim, and 375 horsepower. This is massive! But it doesn't feel like massive power, because you got massive car. Well, you shouldn't expect Mustang GT acceleration here. You should expect a lot of towing capabilities. Again, to be more specific, you can tow up to 9,300 pounds, which is impressive and quite a big rig. And obviously, after we talked about all the numbers in terms of the engine power, you have to look up the dash. And right now we drove 368 miles, and our average gas mileage 16.2 miles per gallon. Yes, it's not impressive. Yes, it does sound like a gas guzzler. And that's again to prove the fact, when you shift to drive, this vehicle is supposed to move, but it's really heavy. And since you got turbocharged engine, it feels like it needs even more power to justify the size and weight. Speaking of comfort, it runs on 22-inch wheels, giant 22-inch rims. And when you're going through the corners fast, you get this floaty feeling. But when you're going over the bumps, you get most of the comfort. That's exactly what it was built for. And considering the fact that this front end has over 23-degree approach angle, this is totally suitable for real expedition. Again, it can fit up to 8 passengers, it's very comfortable, and you can fit it all. And hey, here's one more thing that I've been waiting to tell you. It's got B&O stereo. B&O is basically best overall. I'm just kidding. It's just the best stereo you can get in any vehicle, period. It sounds amazing, and I'm really surprised to see this stereo in the vehicles like F-150 or Expedition, because when you shop for a vehicle and you want to get B&O, you usually have to spend at least 100K. Well, in order to explain you how massive it is, you have to look up the second and third row seats. That's probably a good time to find a good spot, put it in park, get outside and show you what you have to expect there. When it comes to the second and third row seats, you got it all. It's like plenty of space, but is it functional? How am I gonna fit 6'2"? Let's find out. Second row, when you think about it, the front driver's seats always slides back when you're shutting down the engine. Right now this vehicle is off, so the seat is all the way back, and you can see how much legroom I have here. It's just simply a lot. What I really like that you can flip the middle seat and you can fit something tall and large. Like if you're planning to go fishing, you can put your rods straight from the trunk going all the way through the entire interior. But it all sounds good until you turn around. That's where you see those seat belts with airbags, and click the button. You actually have to put some pressure to slide the second row, which is surprising. And then, having such a tall vehicle, you have to grab this handle and literally slide inside, close the seat, boom. You are sitting on the third row. Now, right in front of me, I see the vent, I see the lights, I see the pocket with 2 cup holders on each side, and also I got USB to charge my devices on left and the right side. You got no leg room, you got no headroom. If you're gonna fit taller people like me here on the third row and gonna go through the bumps, most likely they're gonna hit this seat belt. To be honest, I hate this third row, and that's why I use my foot to open it. Man, I can breathe again. I have to jump out. It's so tall, and it's really inconvenient when it comes to the third row seats. It's got tons of cargo space. Yes, it's massive. One of the biggest numbers in terms of towing capacity for the vehicle in class. This loaded limited edition version has 70K price tag, and I don't see it as a winner in class when it comes to the value. What it does provide is a set of very unique features, like second row inflatable seat belts, and technology and connectivity like Sync 3 and Ford Pass. It's got 23-degree approach angle, and it's ready to go where your eyes can see. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and watch the newest and coolest cars and bikes every single week as soon as they come out.